Good morning, everybody. I'm going to show you today how I put my surge milker together as far as parts after I've washed everything. Now reassembling. If you've gotten your surge milker and it's all in pieces and you don't know what to do with it, that's what I kind of want to talk about today. So if you've got a surge milker, you probably have this, what's known as the pulsator. If you lift the lid just a little bit, you've got these two sliders right here. And when you're hooked up to the vacuum pump, these two sliders will knock back and forth. That's what controls your pressure and the suction and release, which is really important when you're using a machine to milk a cow. You don't want constant suction power on your cow. Otherwise, she can end up blowing a quarter or blowing a teat. She needs that release. Okay, just like you want to mimic a calf sucking or your hands milking. So that's why I really like the surge milker. These are the vacuum hoses. They're just teeny tiny little things. They don't ever touch food, they don't ever touch milk, nothing. This is only for air. So it's not as huge of a concern. I mean, if they've got manure on them, yeah, I'm gonna wash them. I can wash them in my dishwasher, but I only do that once in a while because it's rubber and rubber can deteriorate with harsh detergents and super hot water. So I just slip them on there. Now I've got my pulsator with all 4 vacuum hoses. This part back here is for a vacuum hose, and it goes from this point to your vacuum pump. Again, no milk goes through this part, all right? Underneath, this is gonna slip right on top of your lid on the check valve pin, and I'll show you that in a minute, but that's what this is gonna do. And you're gonna set it on and then turn it a quarter turn and you'll feel it lock into place, okay? So this is the pulsator, and there are videos out there that are super helpful for how to take these apart, clean them, rebuild them, put new leathers in here, and just oil them, clean them. I do it every a few times a year. It's not a huge big deal, but you know, it's good to do. You definitely do not want this to get wet. So don't submerge this in water. That's bad, all right? Don't let water get all over it. It's very forgiving, but don't let water get on there. Okay, let's talk about this screw right here. Turning this one way or the other adjusts how fast the pulsator is gonna run. It's either gonna run with very, very fast pressure or pulsating, or very, very slow. All right, so you want this, and just set it for what you feel like would be about a normal hand milking speed. All right, so when you're hand milking, just kind of figure out what seems to be normal. My hand milking speed tends to be about this. So I'm a musician, so this is gonna be right around 80, in music terms, 80 beats per minute, my metronome. I would imagine you don't really want to go super fast because you have to allow time for the milk to drop down from the udder into the teat. So the release allows the milk to drop down into the teat, and then you squeeze the teat, the milk comes out. Release, the milk drops down. So don't have this set too fast. You want to allow for the milk to drop down. Okay, so that's the pulsator. This is the little check valve. It's gonna go on top of the lid, and this is what sets down on the pulsator, and then you can turn the pulsator. So let's get that put together. This is your lid. If you've got a surge milker, you probably have already seen this. It's a little gasket right here. I don't really change it because, again, it doesn't ever touch milk, so I don't really worry about it. This is what it looks like inside. It's all stainless steel. I really love that. It's easy to get really, really clean. You can put this in the dishwasher. This little check valve goes right in there, okay? Now, when you get a replacement check valve, which I have gotten, from, I forget, Parts Department Online or Hamby Dairy Supply. The little rod here won't fit in the hole. So I called them about that, and they said it's a common issue. Just take the little rubber stop off, like that. Fit it underneath until it pops in on the top, and then just put the little rubber stop on. Genius, right? So that's but this is the original check valve. I have an emergency replacement because in our kitchen renovations, I accidentally dropped it behind my countertops, my, makeshift countertops, and couldn't find it for months. So I ordered a new one. I found my original. I like the original. I like being able to pull it out, wash it, but I do have a spare just in case because small parts tend to get lost. All right, that's the lid. This is gonna be where your inflation hoses go, right here. This is just me, but I like to rub just a little bit of olive oil or some food safe oil on it, just a little bit with my hands, because sliding the rubber inflations on is fine, but sometimes when I try to pull it off, it's really, really hard, and I have a hard time pulling it off. So I just rub a little bit of oil on there. I don't do like WD-30 or whatever mechanics use these days, I don't know. But I use like coconut oil for us, or olive oil, either one. And then just rub it there, but I don't let it get inside where the milk is gonna flow. I just rub it around the part where the inflations are going to, slide on and off. Okay. Lid gasket. All right, it looks the same, but you can kind of see with the lighting there a little bit. There's one side of the lid gasket that has a ridge on it that's gonna face down towards the bucket. So smooth edge, you're gonna put on the lid. And don't be surprised if it's a little bit of a tight fit. Like it looks like it's not gonna fit very well, just kind of keep pressing it in. Okay, like that. There's your lid gasket. Check valve on. Pulsator. Turn it, I put it right on, and then turn it. Once it's seated well, you're gonna feel it kind of grab and be a little bit, you're just gonna kind of feel it grab nice on that. All right, that's how you know it's seated on. It shouldn't go anywhere. This lid might move, but grabbing the whole thing, it's not gonna go anywhere. This is gonna move. You want that to move, but it can't fall out or anything, okay? Inflation. I will take these rubber inflations off every once in a while and really clean them well, and then wash the stainless steel cups. So that's the difference. These are the cups, these are the rubber inflations. So when you need to replace them, you will need to replace the rubber inflations. And this is a normal bore. This is not I guess it's considered a wide bore, but it's not meant for goats, it's meant for cows. Okay, we picked these up on eBay. You can get about 2 of them for $25, a little bit on the pricey side, but I love them. They go right in here, so now it's capped, so I'm not gonna worry about air or gunk or junk being sucked up through here while I'm trying to get it on my cow. I will take the lid off and attach it to the teat on my cow, okay? Kind of self-explanatory, but Okay, there's the inflation. There's the little inflation receiver. Put the, or the vacuum hose receiver. Plug this on so that it looks just like that. Do that for all 4. Just set it on your tank so that it's nice and solid. It's going to be very loose. It's going to seal once the vacuum pressure takes over. That's how it seals, with vacuum pressure. It doesn't seal any other way. When you're ready to take the lid off of your surge milker, Take one of these caps off, you'll hear a whole bunch of suction release. That's when your lid is able to be taken off of your surge. All right, so that's how we're gonna put the lid together. It's basically how you clean it. Now, next, let's go learn how to use a surge milker on our cows.